Neymar Jr. has been the idol for the young generation. We always loved and admired Messi and Ronaldo, but deep down we all wanted to play like Neymar. Still, in 2023 we look at him with a deep feeling of unfulfillment. So many questions appear when we talk about his career. What if he stayed at Barcelona? What if he won that Champions League final? Or what if money was never a thing for Neymar? Unfortunately, we will never know the answer to those questions. Maybe that's the main thing about Neymar: uncertainty. You never truly know what's going on with him. But today I'll try to explain. This is the saddest career in football: Neymar Jr.'s career. Neymar was born on 5th of February 1992 in Brazil, Sao Paulo, and he shares the same birth dates as Cristiano Ronaldo and Carlos Tevez. His father was a former professional footballer, and he followed his footsteps by playing football on the street and indoor football. He was very good for his age, but what was special about Neymar was his skills and flashy tricks, and everything was worth it: the work, the sacrifice, and the determination to play on those horrible football pitches. Oh my god, how I hated them. Anyway, in 1999 he joined Portuguesa Santista Youth Club. Within a few years he became one of the most exciting talents in Brazil. At 11 years of age, Neymar joined the youth system at Santos, and they didn't only know of him in Brazil. The whole world knew this kid was special. So when he was 14 years old, Real Madrid almost signed him, and his career would have been so different if he signed with them. But Santos convinced him to stay with a large bonus. In 2009, Neymar made his professional debut with Santos, and he exceeded every expectation. He won the league's Best Young Player award, emerging as a star in 2010. He helped Santos win the league and Copa do Brasil championship. He then went on to win 4 Player of the Year awards in a row. In the same year, he made his debut for his national team, where he only gained more popularity. In 2011, the incredible talent scored a goal that would later be awarded FIFA Best Goal of the Year, and he led Santos to its first Copa Libertadores championship in 48 years. At the same time, growing in popularity can be a very hard thing, especially for a teenager. He was just 19, and gaining attention from the media can slowly produce issues. We will talk later about that, but it's a very important aspect of Neymar's career. Neymar scored his 100th professional goal on his 20th birthday in 2012, and he ended that season with a career best total of 43 goals. He also won his 3rd league title in a row with Santos. In his final season in 2013, he made a decision to leave Brazil for Europe. He wanted a more competitive league and to, of course, play in the Champions League. Neymar said that he had a dream of playing in Europe for a big club like Barcelona, Real Madrid and Chelsea, and that he wanted to leave before the World Cup 2014. On his last match against Flamengo, Neymar was in tears, thinking about leaving everything behind: the favelas, the football stadium, his friends, his family and his beautiful country. In the end, he chose Barcelona. It was the perfect place for him, and someone took Neymar under his wing. It was none other than Lionel Messi. At first, Neymar didn't perform like he wanted to, and the expectations were insane for him. He felt overwhelmed when he was playing alongside legends like Xavi, Iniesta, Pedro, Messi, Piqué, and that's when Messi told him that he was free to express himself and that no one will judge him. Barcelona bought him for his talent, and that's what everyone wanted to see. That pep talk really helped Neymar, as on 11th of December he scored 3 goals in a single UCL match against Celtic. Barca won that match 6-1, and I think this exact game was the beginning of Neymar's brilliance at Barcelona. Saying that, at the beginning of the 2014-2015 season, Barca signed Suarez. The world just wasn't aware of what was coming. But Messi, Suarez and Neymar would form the best ever trio in football history. We call it MSN. That season was a very important one, as Barca went on to win everything there is to win. On 21 of April 2015, Neymar took his tally to 30 goals over the season by scoring twice in Barcelona's 2-0 Champions League quarter-final win over Paris Saint-Germain. In May, he scored the last goal to win against Bayern Munich 3-0 in the Champions League semi-finals. Then he scored 2 goals at the Allianz Arena and Barcelona qualified for the UCL final thanks to him. That's why Barcelona was so great back then. They had a player to perform everywhere, and Neymar was one of them. On 17th of May, Barcelona secured the league title after winning 1-0 against Atletico Madrid. Then on 30th of May, they won against Athletic Bilbao 3-1 to secure the Copa del Rey. Now all that was left was the Champions League. On 6th of June 2015, Neymar scored the last goal in a 3-1 victory against Juventus, winning the Champions League with Barcelona in his second season. He was truly something special, and everyone thought of Neymar as Messi's heir. He would step up every time Messi couldn't, and that in the end meant the end of Neymar at Barca. In the 2015-2016 season, we saw the best version of MSN. They were just insane. It was football circus at its finest. Tricks, skills, passes, nobody could stop them. They were so good that in 2015 at the Ballon d'Or, Messi was first, Ronaldo second and Neymar third. His dream was always to win that individual award, and the only place he could achieve that was Barcelona. On 22 of May 2016, Neymar scored a late goal in Barcelona's 2-0 extra-time win over Sevilla in the 2016 Copa del Rey final, as they celebrated a domestic double for the second consecutive season. In the Champions League, Barca were eliminated by Atletico Madrid, but just imagine winning 2 trebles in a row. MSN finished the season with 131 goals, breaking the record they had set in the previous season for most goals by an attacking trio in a single season. And then his final season in Barcelona arrived, the 2016-2017 season. Remember when I said that Neymar replacing Messi was the biggest issue for him? Yes, Neymar wanted to be the main man. Even if things went well at Barca, he still wanted to be regarded as the best player in the team, and he would never be that as long as he played with Messi. That season, in the Champions League, Barcelona had very good chances of winning the trophy, but their dreams were shattered when they lost 4-0 against PSG in the first leg. Everyone except Barca thought a comeback was impossible. For other fans, it was over. For them, it was just the beginning. On 8th of March 2017, the most incredible comeback ever happened. Barcelona defeated PSG 6-1 to advance to the quarter-finals. But one thing about Neymar changed after that game. It was his best performance in a Blaugrana shirt. He was the center of everything and the only one who refused to give up after PSG scored. But still, the one who received all the praise was Lionel Messi. For Neymar, this was unfair. How can he win the Ballon d'Or if nobody appreciated his quality? On 27 of May, Neymar scored in the 2017 Copa del Rey final, with that being his 105th goal for Barca. As for the Champions League, Barcelona got eliminated by Juventus. Neymar left the pitch in tears and the hopes were shattered. Anyway, during the summer in 2017, Ney really thought about escaping Messi's shadow. He didn't want to be Messi's heir. He wanted to be the best player in the world and in his team. And a lot of his close friends told him that he would never reach his full potential at Barca and that they don't treat him right. So if he wants something to change, he should go to PSG. Pressure mounted on Neymar, but he kept silent. He didn't make a decision yet. His teammates begged him to stay, but the thought of being the greatest never left Neymar's head, so he chose PSG. This transfer changed football forever. It was the most expensive one, sitting at 222 million euros. It was ridiculous, and every Barcelona fan felt betrayed. But what they didn't know at the time is that this switch was the beginning of the end for Neymar. In the 2017-2018 season, everyone thought that PSG were the clear candidates to win the Champions League. But everything ended when Neymar fractured his fifth metatarsal bone, and in the second leg, Ronaldo made sure that Real Madrid were the ones who got through. In the 2018-2019 season, PSG started really well in the UCL, but in January 2019, Neymar again suffered a horrible injury and missed the second leg against Manchester United, and United completed an incredible comeback which got them through to the quarter-finals. In the 2019-2020 season, COVID happened and football was flipped upside down. So when the fixtures eventually came back in the summer, a lot of things have changed. For example, the UCL games had now only one leg, and it was more likely that surprises would happen. I said this because it's easier to understand how PSG actually got to a Champions League final. So in the quarterfinals against Atalanta, Neymar assisted the winning goal in injury time for the match to eventually end 2-1 for PSG. In the semi-finals against RB Leipzig, he assisted one goal, and in the end PSG won 3-0, which saw them reach the UCL final for the first time ever. But then they lost to Bayern Munich and Neymar failed again in Europe. In the 2020-2021 season, PSG were eliminated by Manchester City in the semi-finals. But this time, something was different. Neymar was present during the games. He wasn't injured, but still, it wasn't enough. The 2021-2022 season brought more hope for Neymar as Messi signed for PSG, but in the end it was the same thing. They got eliminated by Real Madrid after they completed an incredible comeback. That's PSG's biggest problem. They just don't have the mentality to compete for European trophies. In the 2022-2023 season, Neymar returned to his best form and he even won the Player of the Month in August, being on top of the world alongside Messi and Mbappe. But he got injured again and he missed the game against Bayern Munich, in which PSG of course got eliminated. It seems as though no matter how hard PSG try to win the UCL, it just won't work out. Something bad always happens. But Neymar is the only one responsible for ruining his dream. He went to Al Hilal in Saudi Arabia, where he will earn tons of money. But that doesn't even matter now. Like the title suggests, Neymar had the saddest career in football. Not only because he didn't achieve his dreams, but also because he is the one to blame for it. He wanted to come back to Barcelona multiple times, but it was too late. He should have never left in the first place. Just imagine the heights he could have climbed. Neymar was just incredible. He was amazing at PSG as well, but never enough. Prioritizing his ego is what destroyed his career. And if we can learn something from this, it is to never be ungrateful for what you have, especially if you are on top of the world, because in just a moment you could fall in the deepest hole.